How do you know if you're training hard enough to make progress? Say I'm trying out a new exercise. I'm doing some incline dumbbell bench press, and my program says I have to do 3 sets of 8 repetitions. How do I know what weight to choose to do 3 sets of 8 reps? Let's say I'm new to the exercise and I'm not sure how much weight I should be moving, so I try 55 pounds. I do a set of 8 reps, feels good, my heart rate went up a little bit. It was hard, but I accomplished it. But at the end, I probably could have done maybe like 5 or 6 more repetitions before reaching complete failure, before being unable to move the weights up at all. That number is what we call reps in reserve. So I had 5 or 6 reps in reserve after I finished my working set of 8 reps. 5 or 6 is not optimal. If you could have done like 6 or 7 or 10 more reps, you're likely not pushing yourself hard enough. So back to my dumbbell example. Say, because I know this concept of reps in reserve and I know I had like 5 more and I want to get that number lower, my next set I'm going to try with 70 pounds. I do a 70 pounds, get 8 reps, but that 7th rep is really, really hard. And the 8th rep, I barely managed to finish it there. And I maybe could have done 1 more if I went all out and just pushed as hard as I could. That is the amount of effort. Saying I had 1 rep in reserve or 0 reps in reserve, that's the amount of effort I need to be putting in on my working sets 90% of the time. Reps in reserve is kind of like an intuitive approach. It's like a interoceptive skill, and it's a skill you'll get better at over time. In general, though, people underestimate their ability to perform more repetitions. Here's a few things that I think about when I'm thinking about how many more reps I could have done. One is rep speed. Let's say I'm doing a set of 8 reps, and the first 5 reps go really quick. The concentric portion of the lift is nice and strong. If that 7th and 8th rep are significantly slower than the first few reps of the set, that means I probably had less reps in me. At some point, it'll just grind to a halt, and that'll be failure. But gauging the speed of the reps over the course of 1 set is a good way to think about how many more reps you had in you. Losing control of the eccentric portion of the lift is also another sign that you're going to have less reps in you. Let's say on this incline dumbbell bench press example, the weight goes up nice and quick, and as I lower the weights there, gravity starts to kind of take over, and I'm not really controlling the weights down. I'm just kind of keeping them in line as gravity pulls them down on me. That's also a sign that I have less reps in me. Lastly, form breakdown. If the target muscle is fatiguing enough that secondary muscles have to take over to try to complete the movement, think of like, swinging your torso on bicep curls or your shoulders rounding forward as you're trying to finish a lat pull down. Those are signs that you're also reaching 0 reps in reserve. You don't need to train to complete failure, like 0 reps in reserve every single set. But keeping a low reps in reserve mentality as you're working out is a good way to kind of guide your training throughout your workouts. I hope this concept helps make your workouts more efficient, and follow me for more training tips like this.